Hi students, so in this video I am going to explain some more numericals. So in that chapter or in the unit trigonometric functions. Okay, so I have a problem on board now. So this is the given equation. We have to show this. Now consider given equation. So we are starting from this equation. So we know that secant function is reciprocal of cos function. We know that secant is reciprocal of cos. So therefore, this secant can be written as 1 by cos. So 1 by cos theta plus alpha, 1 by cos theta minus alpha is equal to 2 by cos theta. So let us write the equation like. So the given equation is written as 1 by cos theta plus alpha plus 1 by cos theta minus alpha is equal to 2 by cos theta. Just using secant is reciprocal of cos function. Now you take LCM here. So in the LHS side, take LCM. Cos of theta plus alpha, cos of theta minus alpha is LCM. Okay. So in the first term, we will get cos of theta minus alpha, and in the second term we will get cos of theta plus alpha. So this is equal to, we will keep the RHS as it is now. Now in the denominator and numerator we have standard formulas now. So this is cos A minus B plus cos A plus B. You know what is cos A minus B formula? You know what is cos of A plus B? Just add those two, you will get the result. So directly we have the formula anyhow. Cos of A minus B plus cos of A plus B, it is 2 cos A cos B. Denominator, this is cos A plus B into cos A minus B. So cos A plus B into cos A minus B, cos square A minus sin square B is the formula. So apply these two standard formulas now. So numerator, cos A minus B plus cos A plus B is 2 cos A cos B. Denominator, cos square A minus sin square B. So both the formulas application is completed, RHS is same. Now cancel 2 and 2. Cross multiply this denominator now. So cos theta into cos theta cos alpha. So cos square theta cos alpha is equal to, cross multiplying, nothing is there here. So cos square theta minus sin square alpha. Now let us shift this cos square theta terms to one side, remaining terms to one side. So let me write like this, minus sin square alpha shifted to LHS and shift this term to RHS. So cos square theta minus cos square theta cos alpha. Okay. Now this sin square alpha I will change as 1 minus cos square alpha, such that the complete equation is in terms of cos. And the result is also in terms of cos only, you can observe. So I am changing this as 1 minus cos square alpha. RHS, cos square theta common. So 1 minus cos alpha is left. Cos square theta common. Next in the LHS, A square minus B square formula we can apply here. So applying A square minus B square formula, you will get 1 minus cos alpha into 1 plus cos alpha for LHS part. RHS part, cos square theta into 1 minus cos alpha. Now we can cancel cos alpha on both sides. So clearly 1 plus cos alpha, 1 minus cos alpha. So you can cancel this 1 minus cos alpha on both sides now. What is left now? Cos square theta is equal to 1 plus cos alpha is left. So I will write here, cos square theta is equal to 1 plus cos alpha is left. So cos square theta is equal to 1 plus cos alpha, submultiple formula. Okay, multiple submultiple formula. 1 plus cos alpha is 2 cos square alpha by 2. Okay. So cos square theta is equal to 2 cos square alpha by 2 you are getting. So what is cos theta now? Taking square root on both sides. Cos theta will be plus or minus root 2 into cos alpha by 2. And this is what we have to prove. So just we have used secant is reciprocal of cos function. Numerator denominator standard formulas of cos A plus B, cos A minus B sum and product. And after that remaining part is simplification only. Here we use one more formula. 1 plus cos theta will be 2 cos squared theta by 2. That formula we used. Okay. So let us discuss one more problem now. Okay. So next question we have on board now. So sine of y plus z minus x, z plus x minus y, and another term sine of x plus y minus z. 3 terms are in AP given. We have to prove that these 3 terms are also in AP. So when 3 terms are in AP, for example, if A, B, C are in AP, then what are the conditions we will use? We can write second term minus first term is equal to third term minus second term. Or we can write 2b is equal to a plus c. Both are same only. From this condition itself we get this. So second term minus first term is equal to third term minus second term we can write. Because the difference of 2 successive terms will be same. So I will use this condition. For the 3 terms which are given in AP, I will use this condition. Okay. So when I use this condition, so clearly transformation formulas can be applied. Okay. For these 3 terms now. First term, second term, third term are in AP. So what is the condition? Second term minus first term is equal to third term minus second term. So we can write like this. Just using AP condition. Now both LHS, RHS, we have sin C minus sin D application. Sin C minus sin D. So what is formula? 2 cos C plus D by 2. Sin C minus D by 2. So applying formula here. So 2 cos. So treat this as C, treat this as D. Sin C minus sin D. So 2 cos C plus D by 2. So this is C. Plus y plus z minus x, this is d by 2. Similarly, into sin c minus d, c, z plus x minus y minus of this one. Okay, so minus y minus z plus x by 2. So this completes LHS formula application. Now is equal to RHS application I am writing sin C minus sin D. So same formula application 2 cos C plus D by 2. So x plus y minus z plus z plus x minus y by 2 into sin C minus D by 2. So x plus y minus z minus of z plus x minus y by 2. Now we have to simplify. So both sides I can cancel 2. So simplifying cos. So here y cancel, x cancel. Z plus z 2z by 2. Come here. Here z minus z cancel. So 2x minus 2y by 2. So what we will get? X minus y. That is equal to cos. So here z cancel, y cancel. X plus x, 2x by 2. And in this x minus x cancel. So y plus y, 2y minus 2z by 2. So we will get y minus z. Now let us use compound angle formulas here. So cos z into sine of x minus y. So sin x cos y minus cos y sin x, that is equal to cos x into sine of y minus z, compound angle formula, sine of a minus b. So sin y cos z minus cos y sin z. Okay, multiply this with cos z, multiply this with cos x. So cos z multiplied to this. I am writing in the order of x, y, z. So sin x cos y cos z minus sin x cos y cos z. Okay, so here I think it should be cos x sin y. Okay, sine of a minus b, sin x cos y minus cos x sin y. Right. So next cos x multiplied with this, cos x into sin y cos z minus cos x into cos y sin z. So we have to prove that tan x tan y tan z are in AP. So to get the actual tan function terms, we will divide with cos x cos y cos z. So you have sine function terms here. When sine function by cos function comes, then only you will get tan function. So let us divide by, so let us divide every term by cos x cos y cos z. So this on observation we will write the next step. So every term must be divided with this term. So first term divided with this, cos y cos z cancel, sin x by cos x, tan x will come. Okay. Second term divided with this. So this is cos x. Second term divided with this, cos x cancel, cos z cancel, sin y by cos y, tan y. This term divided with this, again tan y will come. This term divided with this, sin z by cos z tan. So after dividing every term with this, this is what we get. Now can we write this as, see carefully, minus tan y take to this side, plus minus tan z take to this side. What you will get then? Tan x plus tan z is equal to 2 tan y. Now is this the condition for these three to be in AP? That's it. Tan x, tan y, tan z are in AP means what is the condition? 2 tan y is equal to tan x plus tan z. That is what we got. So proof is completed. So since we got this condition, we can write that tan x, tan y, tan z are in AP. So this is the final conclusion. Tan x, tan y, tan z are in AP. So this completes the required proof. Okay, so we will move to the next problem now. So next problem we have on board. So this is the condition given, and we have to prove that xy plus yz plus zx is equal to 0. So let the given condition be taken like this. So x cos theta is equal to y cos theta plus 2 pi by 3 is equal to z cos theta plus 4 pi by 3 is equal to some constant k we will assume. Okay, so we will assume like this. X cos theta is equal to y cos of theta plus 2 pi by 3, that is equal to z cos of theta plus 4 pi by 3 is equal to some constant k we will take like this. K is some constant. Now first term equated to k. Okay, so just observe carefully. X cos theta if you are taking first term equated to k, what is 1 by x? X will be k by cos theta. Okay, what is 1 by x? Cos theta by k. Right. Next, this one. Y into cos of theta plus 2 pi by 3. Let us take this term equal to k. So y is equal to k by this. Okay. So 1 by y I will write. 1 by y will be cos of theta plus 2 pi by 3 by k. And similarly last term z into cos of theta plus 4 pi by 3 is equal to k. So this is equal to k. So z is equal to k by this you will get. Z is equal to 1 by z I will write. So 1 by z is cos of theta plus 4 pi by 3 by k. So why I am writing 1 by x, 1 by y, 1 by z means I will take 1 by x plus 1 by y plus 1 by z here. Why we have to take like this? I will consider this. Why we will take this means we have to prove this 0. If we prove this as 0, by taking LCM automatically you get this. When you prove this as 0, by taking LCM you will get this automatically. So that is the reason why I am taking 1 by x plus 1 by y plus 1 by z. What is 1 by x? Cos theta by k. 1 by y, cos of theta plus 2 pi by 3 by k. And what is 1 by z? Cos of theta plus 4 pi by 3 by k. Now denominator, you can see all terms denominator is same. Simply we will add the numerators. Okay. So therefore I can write this as 1 by k is common. Cos theta plus cos of theta plus 2 pi by 3 plus cos of theta plus 4 pi by 3. Now for the last two terms, let us use cos c plus cos d formula applications. For last two terms we will use cos c plus cos d. Okay, we can use anything, we can use these two or anything we can use, but I am using application for these two such that cos theta is left independently. Okay, so 1 by k cos theta plus cos c plus cos d. So 2 cos c plus d by 2. So c means theta plus 2 pi by 3 plus theta plus 4 pi by 3. So this is c plus d by 2 into cos theta plus 2 pi by 3 c minus of this one. So minus theta minus 4 pi by 3 by 2. So next we have to simplify this. Okay. So let me clear this upper portion now. So resume the problem. I am clearing this upper portion. Okay. So I will resume here. So 1 by k cos theta plus simplified part of this theta plus theta 2 theta 2 pi by 3 plus 4 pi by 3 means 6 pi by 3. 6 pi by 3 means 2 pi. Okay. So cos of 2 pi plus 2 theta by 2. This one into cos. Here theta minus theta cancel. 2 pi by 3 minus 4 pi by 3 means minus 2 pi by 3. Minus 2 pi by 3 and by 2 is there. So 1 by k cos theta plus, now take 2 common and cancel. So cos of pi plus theta, 2 cancel here, cos of minus pi by 3. Okay, so further simplification, I will clear this off. Okay, so 1 by k cos theta, cos of pi plus theta means 180 plus theta, cos of 180 plus theta, third quadrant cos is negative. Okay, and cos of minus theta is cos theta only. So cos of minus pi by 3 is cos pi by 3 only. And what is cos pi by 3? 1 by 2. Okay, right here 2 is there. No, I forgot to write 2 here. This 2 I should carry here, but I forgot to write. Okay, so this 2 1 by 2 cancel. Now clearly you can see 1 by k into cos theta minus cos theta, both will be cancelled, 0. So 1 by x plus 1 by y plus 1 by z value we got as 0. 1 by x plus 1 by y plus 1 by z we got as 0. Okay, so I'll continue here. 1 by x plus 1 by y plus 1 by z we got as 0. So if you take LCM xyz, if you take LCM, what you will get? Yz plus zx plus xy. Cross multiply, write in order. So xy plus yz plus zx is equal to 0. This is what we have to prove, that's all. So once you get the result 1 by x plus 1 by y plus 1 by z is equal to 0, automatically you will get this. And this is what you have to prove. So to prove this, we have proved this one. So once you get this result, this is obviously proved. Okay, this completes the solution. Okay, so let us move on to our next problem. Okay, next problem we have on board now. So this is the given condition, m sin b is equal to n sin of 2a plus b, and this is what we have to prove. So this is clear cut problem of componendo and dividendo. So we can clearly observe here, see, I can write the given equation as m by n is equal to sine of 2a plus b by sine of b. So the given equation you can write like this. And clearly if you use componendo dividendo, you can get this m plus n, m minus n model. So in the proof we have clearly m plus n, m minus n. By using componendo dividendo, we get that model clearly. So clearly we can identify. Okay. So using componendo and dividendo now. Okay. So application of componendo and dividendo. So in the LHS, what is this componendo dividendo? Numerator plus denominator by numerator minus denominator in LHS. RHS also we will do same. Numerator plus denominator by numerator minus denominator. So applying componendo dividendo, we got like this. Now we will keep the LHS part as it is, and the RHS we will use sin C plus sin D in the numerator, sin C minus sin D application in the denominator. So using sin C plus sin D application numerator, so we will get 2 sin C plus D by 2. This is C, this is D. Okay. So 2 sin C plus D by 2 into cos C minus D. So 2a plus b minus b by 2. Denominator sin C minus sin D. So 2 cos C minus D, sorry, C plus D by 2 into sin C minus D by 2. So direct formula application, I can cancel this 2 and 2. So we will get m plus n by m minus n is equal to numerator sin 2a plus 2b by 2. That means a plus b. This b minus b cancel, 2a by 2. So cos a. Denominator sin, same, 2a plus 2b by 2, a plus b. Next b cancel, b minus b cancel, 2a by 2, sin a. Okay, so now we will get the RHS as m plus n by m minus n is equal to sin by cos tan a plus b. Cos by sin, cot a. But you see the proof here, tan a plus b and tan a is there in the proof, not cot a. So in the proof you have tan a, not cot a. So write this cot a as 1 by tan a. Okay, so we will write the next step like this. M plus n by m minus n is equal to tan a plus b we will keep as is. Why? Because in the proof also you have tan a plus b. Cot a we have to change. So cot a I am writing as 1 by tan a. Because in the proof we have tan a term, not cot a. Cross multiply. So cross multiplying you will get m plus n into tan a is equal to m minus n into tan of a minus b. M minus 1 into tan of a plus b. And this is what we have to prove. So the proof part is completed. So this is clear-cut example of componendo and dividendo. Okay, so let us conclude here. In the next video we will discuss some more numericals.